Hello everyone, welcome back to Project Zomboid. You join me on a time-lapse episode where it's pretty much just resource gathering and cleaning up a little bit. I start off with the also famous inventory management and disconnect the trailer and take the truck out. $124 on that trailer. Good. I'm probably going to use that for clothing because I want to strip like everybody out of there before they disappear. But we're going to head down, try not to hit the rig trailer, and I want to get the logs that the bulldozer was so kindly to get for us while moments before the engine decided to throw a rod or whatever it did. And we are really struggling for food. I really need to get the food on the wraps. My guy is holding weight. I wouldn't mind gaining a few extra numbers in that category on this character, but yeah, we need to get some weight. I don't know what you could burn those things. This is stress. I don't understand where it goes, but some chips, some a lot of soda. And when you finally found the rubber hose at a gas station, of all things. So, we are good to siphon some gas, just grabbing some maps and some newspapers and stuff. Alright, there is the bathroom entrance and then the back room storage. And I'm like, where is the light? There it is. Mechanics 2 and a lot of empty gas cans, which definitely going to come into play later, hopefully, like to actually gather everything. I'd love to get that tanker truck filled with fuel too, and up at the base, so I don't gotta worry about driving down here when the power eventually kicks the bucket. Won't be a bad idea to set up a solar panel at a gas station with a battery pack. That might actually be something to do. We got a power bar, boxes of nails, which is going to help us, and some free planks, and a wrench. In the back here, a tire pump. Can't go wrong with a tire pump. I forget what recipe we were looking at, or I was looking at, that needed belts. I completely forget. But I guess it's adjusted because I rarely see belts in the other playthrough, or I just never took notice to them. Rip clothing because I want to try to get some rags going because I want to at least start to wall off. Checking my weight, it is dropping. It is 79. It can drop. It can go down a little bit, but I like to keep it in the mid 70s if I can. Would love to hit a military checkpoint and get some MREs. They are ridiculously good for food and weight. Got lots of soda, but nothing really to do. But now it's inventory management done, ready. But now I'm going to play a couple videos that I have just to try to get some skills. Because right now my character knows nothing. And we really need to get the skills rolling there. With the amount of skill tapes I have, the default setting the developers put in is no more than 3 levels off of media, television or tape. Everything else beyond that is experimentation. I adjusted it to be the maximum of 5 because a lot of these uh, skill tapes that I put in from all the other skills, they have like 8 episodes, and yeah, it increases your odds to finding one, but like you watch it to learn to, but not to improve your skill. That's kind of defeats. If you learn something, you increase your skill, but that's just me. Um, Decided to take a little gander around a police station looking for something. But we need the screwdriver and stuff. I wanted to disassemble a desk or two and see what will, if XP will go up at all, and I don't really get much. Nightstick in the desk drawer. Another nightstick. Delete that cockroach. Safety scissors. Safety scissors. Nothing really standing out. Yeah, there is a couple things to dismantle. Lots of stuff to dismantle up here. But that will come at a later date. I wouldn't mind moving, punching holes in walls and stuff. Because now, to get to the TV, I have to go all the way around the building or go out the back where there's no door. And I don't like that. At least there's a sink here, though. That's a guaranteed place for me to put a water collector above it. I was thinking more about this this place. There is a house like down the road a little bit that has a full-blown like garden / farm in the backyard. I think we're just gonna use that instead of trying to plant crops up here. I'll just travel down, harvest the crops, take care of my solicitors there, and then move on from there. We're gonna go check the videotape store for more skill tapes. You get quite a bit from here. A lot of exposure, a lot of the old generator. It doesn't fully, I don't think it's the one that fully outright teaches you how to do a generator. You would think it would with that title, but it does give you electrical, which is so good. Like, how many episodes you could find, and I didn't even find them all, but I do find a good amount in here. It's, why not? At least a 5. 5 is an okay number. In the higher levels, one tape doesn't give you a full level. Even with the XP set at 1.5 that I have. Or 2.5, I don't remember. I think it's only 1.5. But doesn't give you a full level, so find a whole set, it's a good chunk to get you to 5, and that's really when the crafting really starts to open up. I know I gotta get to carpentry 4 to get the gate unlocked. Once I get that gate up, I'd feel a lot better about the police station. And I wouldn't mind the corpses to start rotting away, so I'm not like battling corpse sickness every time I step outside. Decent amount. Still gotta come back and dismantle the television and stuff, but I'll wait till I have books before I actually. I gotta hit the bookstore that's up the road a little bit. Probably do that in the next live recorded episode. I can't say live, but live voiced episode. I think I'll go up and hit the bookstore. Love tap the trailer. Now I was like, you know, we needed another vehicle because this one's not gonna survive forever. Take care of this little straggler, and then drag the gravel truck back home, even though it's not the best, but it's still something. Jump cut so you're not listening to the engine scream the whole entire way. I start to go through and pick through the bodies as I'm going back and forth, but now I'm just kind of waiting. I was like, maybe I can pick up these metal barriers and put them down. That'd be quite nice, but no such luck. It's so nice when it one taps. A little bit more inventory management. But then I decide just to go. I'm like, alright, let's figure this out here. Stuff like if I can move a table. So, because I just want to sit there and spam the movies. So I move the table in front of the door. Offer something of a kind of an alarm system. And then I just start spamming tapes. So we got up to 3 carpentry. We are 2 1/4 electrical, just from a little bit. I don't watch all of them, but I do watch those 2 at least. My guy is bingo for food. Oh, +1 running. Not a bad choice. Cookware schematic, but it doesn't say anything. Worry about that stuff later. I'm like, alright, I got the basic walls unlocked, which is very helpful. But I watched a couple other content creators that, and I haven't tested it myself, but I don't know if it's in the code for zombies to attack a log wall. I've heard that they don't, and other places that they do. I know animals do. I experienced that firsthand. I don't know if zombies attack log walls. But we're going to actually go and get some planks, get some nails, and at least build a frickin' door on this back. So it has a little bit of safety. Not the best door, but a door is a door. Grab some more planks, and then I want to go up and reinforce the front entrance and all these side entrances. If I can get this 100% secure, I'll just use the garage as my in and out. Put at least the barricades over the main window. But I'm already out of planks. Can't even get the thing done, and I'm already getting bothered. This one is in a stairwell, so I just put the planks on the outside. I will put planks on the outside over those windows also, but at the moment, no. Really would love to get some crafting XP books so I could actually saw wood and stuff like that and get the XP pretty good that way. Yeah, we're starting to lose weight pretty good. Right now, all I have is sodas and gummy bears. And gummy food. Need some good, solid... There is a few places with chickens. I know there's like really close with chickens. Again, I might leave the animals there and just go over and visit them now and then. I think that is the play when it comes to that. Start stripping the bodies. Don't see any maggots yet, which means they're in the upper stages of the decomposition and getting ready to skeletonify and then disappear. So many keys to the police station. So many. Fingers, gloves. Can't go wrong with that. Some of this gear might even be worth having. I do go back and get the heavy socks for winter. That should help with the freezing cold, if I make it that far. But once you get yourself like a little home base and you clear out the surrounding area, the game gets a little bit more relaxed. It's quite nice. So much clothing and on the ground. And so much nude zombies. Well, at least underwear zombies towards the end that are on the ground. Oop. Tracksuit guy almost snuck up on me. Not cool. Not cool. Alright, that's enough stripping bodies for right now. Let's back up. Get the use the logs that are in the truck. I think there's only a little handful of them. 16. And try to... That'll give me 4 walls. You need 4 logs per each. So it's not a bad one. It's not a bad haul. It's just that my guy's carrying capacity is horrible. So that doesn't exactly help out. Not at all. That's one thing I wish they would fix. If you put logs on the ground and you walk, like, and an auto walks away, it fails the craft because you auto walked away from the materials. I wish the materials on the ground had if you click in an auto crafts, it puts like a ring around them at a decent amount, that it will automatically use the materials because it auto walk there. That would be quite nice. I don't know if that's possible, but it would be nice. I really need to keep in mind where this is. I really want that. Really want this truck from the back. An L85A1 assault rifle. Okay. Yeah, definitely need to come back to this and pick it up later. Most definitely. But I need, if I'm going to do anything with wood, I need a saw. Need a saw. Spoilers, if I just would explore the police station more, I have everything I need in the police station. I just don't explore it. Oh, hey, look at that, a rig. In the storage units. It looks pretty decent. Fan of the military color, too. Not too much action going on around here, but I'm like, okay, well, some more inside. Another day. What I'm looking for is that warehouse that's decently close to the road. That is what I'm looking for. Spiffos really should go in there also. I need to do a lot of food gathering. Quite a bit. Locked. I do have the common sense mod on. You know how many times I've done that? Just driving around in debug mode and just exploring. You know how many times I've hit that exact wall in the exact same spot. This is the building I was looking for. When I get in, try to find some wood, saws, anything else I can really quickly and get out. I got how many house alarms so far, but I haven't got an alarm watch yet, which is ridiculous because the house alarms is set like very rare. I got how many in this episode? The gas station and one or two other houses. It's a good way to gather zombies, but still. Alright, got what we came for. Time to go back home. And then it's going to be just inventory management. Until the next episode, where we go out and get some new vehicles. Definitely that police truck. And I gotta get the food situation sorted. Need the food situation sorted. But until then, thank you all for watching. Later.